You know King Kong. You know Donkey Kong. You know Kirby? But here's what you don't know.
Your name wouldn't happen to be Kirby. Kirby!
It's time to lawyer up. Nintendo's Kirby was named in honor of John Kirby, a lawyer who represented Nintendo in their landmark licensing case against Universal. What an honor it must have been to have a pink cloud that eats everything he sees named after him. Nintendo knows how to make a gal feel pretty.
What's up, money? You got a problem?
So, what about John Kirby led game developer Masahiro Sakurai to create this marshmallowy blob? Was it his round face? The fact that Nintendo attorney Howard Lincoln once described him as looking disheveled in appearance? Or was it the fact that Kirby seemed to simply absorb the tactics of Universal's legal team and spit them right back out at them?
Oh, mamma mia!
The real story for this character's inspiration was a bit less dramatic. But the story of the court case that allowed Nintendo to get where they are today is every bit as dramatic as you'd hope it would be.
You can't handle the truth!
In July of 1981, Nintendo released Donkey Kong, one of its first and most successful games, and the game that marked the first appearance of Nintendo's most iconic character, Mario! Nintendo bet hard on Donkey Kong, creating lots of swag featuring the game's ape, including a board game and even a cereal. Yum! Because of all these Donkey Kong-related products, Nintendo had to deal with several different companies over the branding of the character. As Donkey Kong became more popular, Universal took notice and started sniffing around.
Brian, I'm gonna be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline.
An initial trademark audit, I told you it was gonna be exciting, brought Donkey Kong to Universal's attention because of its potential infringement on King Kong. But employees at Universal dismissed the red flag because they didn't think they had a legitimate claim to the character. I mean, King Kong was a giant ape who kidnapped a white girl and climbed up real high, and Donkey Kong was starred a carpenter. He wasn't a plumber yet, nerds. Sid Sheinberg saw the connection between the two apes, and more accurately, he saw the potential pot of gold at the end of the lawsuit rainbow.
We're gonna get to the end of the rainbow. There's always a pot of gold.
Sheinberg started his gambit with Coleco, one of Nintendo's Donkey Kong collaborators. He scared them into paying royalties before setting his eyes on the then tiny Nintendo.
She's shrinking!
Sheinberg invited Nintendo to a friendly meeting and sandbagged them, demanding royalties on all sales of Donkey Kong-related products. Nintendo's attorney, Howard Lincoln, reportedly remained as cool as ice as he simply said, "I'm not going to buy the Brooklyn Bridge," which in old-timey language meant that he wasn't going to pay for something that Universal didn't own. Sheinberg was as angry as a barrel-throwing ape. Boom, boom. Diddle-eeny. He threatened Lincoln and Nintendo with litigation, famously yelling that he viewed litigation as a profit center. Enter John Kirby. Kirby and Lincoln did some digging around and found out that Universal didn't even have the rights to King Kong. How'd they find that out? Universal had fought in court a decade earlier to have it legally considered open source. In other words, Universal was accusing Nintendo of stealing something they didn't even own, like a young carpenter getting angry that an ape stole its princess. You don't own Peach, Mario!
Whoa! It's me, Mario! The princess is mine!
The judge sided with Nintendo! And despite its many appeals, including an appeal to the Supreme Court, Universal lost, and Sheinberg never got his pot of gold.
That tree?
I want to know where the gold at. I want the gold.
Kirby and Lincoln were instant Nintendo heroes, and when Masahiro Sakurai needed a name for his pink marshmallow that would appeal to Western audiences, he decided on Kirby.
Mom, meet the Kirby man.
Well, I guess you're the hero of the day.
We just do our job.
We may never know if John Kirby inspired more of this puffy-cheeked marshmallow than just his Western-appealing white-sounding name, but we do know that it was his work on Nintendo's landmark case against Universal that put Kirby in the developers' minds. Working for Nintendo doesn't come without weird, unflattering rewards. Thanks, Nintendo. I guess.
Hey, Kirby, what you doing, Kirby? What you doing there?
This has been another incredibly exciting Pound Your Chest Kirby-licious episode of What You Don't Know.